So this is a tweet from... Here's a tweet from Lionel Page, who's a professor at UTS Economics. I don't know anything about UTS. Author of forthcoming optimally irrational tweet on behavioral economics, science, and society. Somebody did a simulation of a giant banana orbiting the Earth at the distance of the ISS. And surprisingly, it challenges our intuitions of how orbiting objects would look in the sky. So here is the video. I want to see if there's any sound with it.
The banana
orbits the Earth at 384,000 kilometers. What would it look like if
a banana
orbited the Earth at 420 kilometers?
Okay, so they
The
took
same distance
the moon.
as the International Space Station.
The video's about the moon, and they put it close to us, and then they changed it from a moon to a banana. It seems like.
Okay.
So the banana rises.
What? What?
banana
Why is it happening?
banana
I don't know why someone is saying banana.
banana banana
Seems odd.
Yeah.
Ooh, now it covered the sun.
banana
Hmm.
banana banana
Ooh, okay, and now the banana sets.
banana
No.
banana banana
Well, that was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says,
Hey, Vsauce. Michael here.
no,
If we turned the moon
no Vsauce.
Okay, so it's just showing, like, the simulation of what this, in this case, a banana in the sky looks like. And it's, like, maybe not what you would expect something orbiting the Earth to look like.
Sure.
Right? Is that the point of this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I sort of feel like there is no point to it. That it was just like somebody wanted to replace the moon in the simulation with banana and see what that looked like.
Yeah.
And like when he writes this tweet, he doesn't follow up on this. It challenges our intuitions of how orbiting objects would look in the sky. I don't know
Right.
what that means. So somebody else also says, here they go. Was I supposed to have an intuition of how an orbiting giant banana would look?
Okay, yeah. That makes me feel a little bit better.
And then someone else goes, yeah, that's exactly how I thought a giant orbiting banana would look. So I think it's just like an excuse to post a big banana,
Yeah.
you know?
Seems like it.
Like, what are we actually learning from this banana? Our moon isn't a banana.
No, but I mean, I guess it does teach us how something would look to us in the sky that's like orbiting the Earth. That's not the moon. Something that, like, if the moon were shaped differently, then maybe it would. If it was shaped like a banana, maybe it would look like that. It's also like seems huge.
Well, they've moved it to from where the moon is to where the ISS is.
Oh, right.
So they were like, okay, so like if it's the size of the moon, but it's a banana, and it's at the distance of the ISS, here's what it would look like.
Does the International Space Station orbit the Earth? Is that a dumb question?
It does orbit the Earth.
So, but we don't see it.
We can see it.
We can see it.
Yeah, there's certain times where it
What?
like passes in front of the moon and stuff like that, and you can
Really?
actually see that with
When?
a telescope, and you can actually, if you know where it is, you can find it sometimes.
Oh, with like a telescope.
Yeah.
So like with the naked eye, we can't see it. Because obviously it's like much smaller than like the moon.
I think you can see it if it's like over the moon, or like not over the moon, but in between the moon and
And Earth.
Earth. There's like
Yeah.
a speck or something.
Really?
You might not need a telescope, but
Maybe
I've
just make that
seen
up.
pictures. I've seen pictures. Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, look
Okay.
that up.
ISS in front of moon.
Other people have Googled this too, it seems.
Yeah, so here's some pictures of it.
Where is it?
These are multiple frames from the
Okay.
same, so like a what do you call it? Extended exposure or something. So you can see little ants, kind of little TIE fighters,
Oh, I forget now.
and then this one is like a bigger picture from Reddit here.
Okay.
So it's like you can definitely
Got
catch it.
Got
Um,
it. But like you would have to have a telescope to be able to see that.
Most likely, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, most likely.
yeah.
Depends how great your eyes are. Maybe you have huge eyes that are like telescope sized and you can see
Yeah.
beyond the space.
Well, I would say I don't have the best vision, so I'm probably not going to be able to see it. But that's okay.
Yeah, so like it's visible.
Mm-hmm.
So someone else says Dis Thoughts. He says, which particular intuition is it meant to challenge? Looks more or less reasonable to me. Well, as reasonable as a giant orbiting banana can possibly look anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says, I expected it to go straight across the sky, curve facing away the whole time. Apparently it tumbles and rotates, and my brain doesn't get it at all. Then he says, depends where you are in relation to to its orbit. Supposing it orbits exactly over equator. If you were stood on equator, it wouldn't rotate as much, but just appear to sort of wobble or roll back and forth on its back. Which is like, well, it's way too much like effort for that. Like, you don't need to try to talk about that on Twitter that much. But yeah, super weird. A bunch of other people are talking about like tidal effects. What would the tidal effects be like?
Okay.
I'd be like, dude, if the moon was at the distance of the ISS, I think the tidal effects would be a lot different. So like, how do we know what part of that is the distance and what part of that is the moon is shaped like a banana?
Sure.
I think it is not. Okay, so there's apparently a movie called Melancholia. There is a mysterious blue planet coming to collide with Earth. And they were wondering what it would be like if that was a banana instead.
Wait, that's how they came up with this?
No, I mean, this person is just commenting
Oh,
this thing.
okay.
Someone else with no humor, who's probably great at parties, says the odds of this happening are relatively low. And someone else says, with that attitude,
The odds of this happening, a giant banana orbiting,
Yeah.
no, they've got to be joking.
I mean, they are joking, but I'm sure they're great fun at parties.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite thing that people say about me on the internet. I'm sure you're great at parties, they
Did I
say.
say that?
Who can tell what people are saying on the internet? That might be enough about the banana.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this was somebody who was just like bored during the pandemic. And they're like, let me do this thing. Which, like, I guess if you're into this, maybe this is like
I mean, I bet it took a long time to
eye-opening.
render it out.
Like the rendering does look pretty good.
Yeah. Looks pretty like...
And like how they even have it going in front of the sun and blacking it out. Like that seems good.
Yeah, it is.
You can see the yellow of the banana.
It made me think actually about like, okay, when we're building stuff like the really big space stations that are going to be perhaps in the future, we're not just building little orbiting space stations.
Mm-hmm.
We're building interlocking connections to Earth that are like visible from the ground. You can look up and see like this huge structure, right? That
Mm-hmm.
it's orbiting, but it's also like connected to the Earth via like some space elevators or something like that. And it got me thinking like, wow, we're just going to be looking up at like all these like structures instead of this banana.
Dude, maybe.
And I thought that was interesting to think about.
Yeah, I guess like enjoy the sky as it is now, how it's unobstructed,
Yeah.
because maybe it won't always be like that.
Yeah,
So just
relatively.
keep looking at the sky and just take it all in.